Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and this video is on the mysterious missing skins of CSGO. Now, before I begin, I posted a little giveaway challenge last night. All you had to do to win was to be the first person to link me to an AK Elite build with a specific float, and I will reveal the winner at the end of the video. Anyway, back to our main topic. What do I mean when I say missing skins? Am I talking about the covert SG553 that Valve refuses to add to the game? Am I talking about skins bet against Phantom Lord in a jackpot? Am I talking about high-end knives deposited on bit skins? Well, actually, it's none of those things. In fact, this is our missing skin, the AK-47 Elite build. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm on about, because this skin clearly doesn't seem to be missing, but if we drill a little bit deeper, you're going to notice something a bit odd. So how worn an Elite build is determined by this value down here. It's the float value, and as it increases, the skin gets more worn. And in theory, the Elite build should be able to have any possible float value between 0 and 1. But if we go into Float.db and search for the Elite build minimal wear, so capped at 0.07 and 0.15, those are the parameters for minimal wear Elite builds, and if we hit search, you'll notice something a bit odd, because these search results are starting at 0.08, not 0.07. Now, you can go back up, but I've entered in the parameters properly, it should be showing skins starting at 0.07. So, what's going on? Well, I got a random sample of the float values of 50,000 Elite builds off the guy who runs the Float.db database, and when they're graphed together, you'll notice some interesting things. So, first of all, you can see factory new skins are less common there at the end, minimal wear and well-worn skins tend to drop more frequently, but there are also these missing columns here at the start of each condition you can get, except for factory new. And these are the missing skins of CSGO, because they literally don't exist. There are no Elite builds with these floats. Now, it appears to be due to some sort of bug in the way floats are selected when skins are unboxed or dropped. We don't know why, only Valve could really answer that question, but the Elite build is perfect for showing this, because you can only get an Elite build by unboxing it from a Chroma 2 case. You can't trade up for it, and it's got the whole float range, so it's a really good skin for showing how this works, but the problem doesn't stop with the Elite build. Take the AK-47 Empress for example, so an iconic skin, a real favourite of mine. It's got the same float range as the Elite build, and if we graph those floats, well, we get something like this, and this looks a little bit different. There's a similar form, but it's a bit all over the joint, and that's because people trade up for these things. Well, they try to trade up for them anyway, it doesn't always work, but if we separate them out, you start seeing some interesting things. So, if we focus on the skins that have been traded up for, you can see some big spikes around 0.6 and 0.14. That's where it's optimal to trade up for skins, so that's not a surprise, but there's also a lot of very middling, field-tested Empresses, probably from people that don't really know what they're doing when they're trading up, but if we head back to the Empresses that have been unboxed, well, this is the exact same pattern that we saw with the Elite build, with the exact same missing skins in the exact same missing spots. Now, the Empress and the Elite build both share a characteristic. They both have a full float range. You can get any value between 0 and 1, but most skins don't have that. Most skins are capped. They can't have the full range of values, and this is where things get a bit more complicated. So, take the AK Red Laminate. They've got this range here. The minimum is 0.06 and the maximum is 0.8. I got the float values of every single Red Laminate on the database, and if you graph that, you get this. Now, the floats are clumped into smaller ranges, which is why the chart looks a bit different this time. Don't worry about that, and again, you can trade up for these skins, so we can break that up. Now, the traded up for skins aren't very remarkable. You can notice the very small number of factory new skins, because these are quite hard to trade up for factory new, extremely hard. That's why it's only a very, very small number down the bottom there. But if we look at the unboxed skins, you'll notice that it follows the exact same patterns as the Elite build and the Empress, but is compressed into a smaller range. You can see, just compare the graphs. Same pattern, smaller range. Now, this has some weird side effects. So, certain types of field-tested and minimal wear skins are more common than other types depending on what part of the range they're from. That's an interesting little detail, but importantly, you can also see that the Red Laminate still has these missing skins. they're just in different spots this time. So every single skin in the game is going to have this problem. It affects different floats depending on the skin, but they all have the issue. And if you can't trade up for that particular skin, well, those floats aren't going to exist at all. And these are the mysterious missing skins of CSGO, the skins that never made it. Now, as I said before, we don't know why this problem exists. My guess is that the code that controls how floats are selected was coded in a way that accidentally excluded certain floats around these different frequencies. I think maybe they used a greater than rather than an equal to a greater than or something along those lines. Just a guess, nothing more. But either way, it is an odd little glitch in how skins work, and I think that's interesting, and I wanted to have a look at it. And yes, I'm also a massive dick, because as you've probably figured out now, that AK I asked people to find doesn't exist. However, I do want to give props to this guy, who seems to have been the first person to figure out what was happening, and there is actually a prize for figuring that out. It's not a fire serpent, but it is an Empress. So enjoy the skin, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It's hugely appreciated. I want to give a huge thank you to Step7750 for his help with this video. He's the owner of Float.db, an amazing resource, and he's also written up this really awesome guide on float value distributions, and he also provided me with the data I needed to make this video. So I couldn't have done it without him. And I also want to give a shout out to my friend Hayes' new game, Combat Force, a zombie survival shooter where you shoot zombies with a bunch of different weapons while solving riddles and exploring the map. It's on discount during its first week of release, and I will leave a link to it in the description. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.